The offensive line is coached as well as anybody in the country, and that's a pretty good group based on talent, but there are some new faces up along that offensive line, and that was kind of the backbone of their identity last year. But still, a real case to be made on behalf of the Canes. Now, here's the tape against it. Miami having to replace their quarterback for the third straight year, which means the most important position on the field.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Dynasty Reactions, where we talk all things Miami Hurricanes football. And today, we're talking rankings. It seems like on paper, Miami has what it takes to be the #1 team in the nation. I got ESPN College Football. They're going to break down what they think about the Canes, and then I'll be back with my commentary. Let's do it.
The team that Indiana beat for the national championship last year, that's the Miami Hurricanes, because they were really one drive away from going and actually stealing that national championship from Indiana. And that's maybe the case for and the case against. Let's start with the for. The Hurricanes playing for the national championship last year, losing by 6 points, one Carson Beck interception on the final drive, maybe winning the whole thing at their own place, in their own building. They're in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And Mario Cristobal has now done a terrific job in his time in building this program. I mean, fantastic. He's done an amazing job, and he's been 3 for 3 in building his quarterback room through the portal. Started with Cam Ward. He went on to become the #1 overall pick. Then Carson Beck took over, took them to the title game. Now they are banking on Darian Mensah, who arrives after throwing for nearly 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns while winning the ACC title at Duke. He steps into an offense with more talent than he's ever had around him. Malachi Toney was the best freshman receiver in the country last year. He's back. You can make a case he's one of the best football players in America, regardless of position. Mark Fletcher set the single-season playoff rushing record. He's back. The offensive line is coached as well as anybody in the country, and that's a pretty good group based on talent, but there are some new faces up along that offensive line, and that was kind of the backbone of their identity last year. But still, a real case to be made on behalf of the Canes. Now, here's the tape against it. Miami having to replace their quarterback for the third straight year, which means the most important position on the field is once again a brand new face. They're doing it after losing 2 generationally good college edge rushers with Ruben Bain and Mesidor. You lose a first-round tackle. The pass rush that made the defense so respectable is gone. Yes, adequately replaced, but not the same. And the real case against Miami is how the magic really happened. If you watch back at that playoff run, they got that last at-large spot. They needed Duke. A lot of people think they needed Duke to win the ACC title game just to sneak in. And they won 3 playoff games by a combined 21 points. That's not necessarily a steamroller. That's a team that was living and winning in the margins, which I have a tremendous amount of respect for. But living on the edge of the knife for a month, well, can that knife stay balanced for 2 years in a row? Here's the verdict on the Canes. They're a legitimate contender. That's to prove that last year's run was the foundation and not just a sequence of events that led to them playing their very best football in January.
Okay, we're going to stop it right there. And you can, always go over ESPN. But I like everything what the video just said. On paper, Canes look very tough. They got the transfer reporter and Darian Mensah. They have all the ingredients to be the #1 team in the nation. At the same time, I mean, early season rankings don't really mean nothing. We done seen a lot of teams rank high in the nation and finish with 3 or 4 losses. So wherever Miami is ranked at the beginning of the season, it really don't matter. It's the end of the season ranking that we care about, which should be #1. But I'll take it. At the end of the day, if they're going to rank us #1, I'll take it because Miami has a bullseye on they back anyways. Anytime you're the national runner-up and you return all the weapons they return, you have maybe the top transfer portal class coming in. Miami definitely has a bullseye on their back. So I'll take the #1 ranking. but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the only thing you're looking for is being ranked the #1 team in the nation, holding that trophy up in Las Vegas, and that's all that counts. So I expect Miami to end up in Vegas, but hey, if you want to rank us the #1 team in the nation at the beginning of the season, I will take it. That's just my opinion. Well, to the next time, Dynasty Network, and make sure you like, subscribe, share, and pretty please leave all comments below so this channel can grow. And always remember, it's always about the you.